Hello and welcome. My name's Kevin. For those of you who don't know me, uh, just give a couple of seconds for all the live streams to kick on and
Hello
let
and
chats
welcome.
connect.
My name's Kevin. For those of you who don't know me,
Get some reverb
just give
there,
a
but
couple of
let's see,
seconds
we've
for
got
all
it
the
all
live
turned
streams
on,
to
it
kick
looks
on.
like. And
Hello and
yeah,
welcome.
streaming all the way
My
out.
name's Kevin. For those of you who don't know
So we
me,
are live
get some
on
reverb there,
YouTube,
but
Facebook,
we've got it all turned
Instagram,
on, it looks like.
and LinkedIn.
Yeah, streaming all the way out.
If you have questions throughout the
So we
chat, go
are
ahead and
live
pop them
on
in one of
YouTube,
those chat
Facebook,
options and I'll
Instagram,
see and respond.
and
Today we're going to look
LinkedIn.
at what $600,000
If you
gets
have
you for a
questions
home in
throughout the
Utah.
chat, go ahead and pop them in
There's a
one of
lot of
those chat
options in
options
that
and I'll
price range.
see and
Some people,
respond. Today we're
that's
going to look at
definitely a high
what
price point. And we think back to the
$600,000
days
gets you for a
when
home in
those same
Utah.
homes were
There's a lot of
$200,000.
options in
If
that
you're
price range.
familiar with the Utah
Some
housing
people,
market,
that's
prices just
definitely
continue to
a
go
high
up and up
price
and up.
point. We think back to
We're
the
getting to a
days
situation where we're
when those
getting
same homes
landlocked
were
in that northern Utah
$200,000.
area between
If you're
Utah County,
familiar with
Salt
the
Lake
Utah housing
County.
market, prices just
There's
continue to go
literally
up and up and up.
mountains or
We're
lake.
getting to a
There's only so
situation
far
where
to
we're
go.
getting
So to
landlocked
be in
in
those
that
prime
northern Utah
areas,
area
pricing's
between
just a little higher
Utah
than
County,
maybe other
Salt Lake
places.
County. Prices just there's literally
But let's start
mountains or lakes.
taking a
There's
look
only
and see
so
what we can
far to
find
go.
because that's obviously the
So
fun
to be
part.
in those prime areas,
So we're gonna
pricing's
go
just
up
a little higher than
to
maybe other
move
places.
up to 700,000 so we can see
But
what all
let's
we've
start
got available.
taking a look and
And we're
see what we
gonna
can find because that's obviously the
drop
fun part.
in even at
So we're gonna go
590
up
just to give a
to
little bit of variation there.
700,000 so we can see
All
what
right,
all
so
we've
I'm
got
gonna
available.
view this on a map so we can
Drop
scroll
in
around and
even at
kind of see what
590
we've
just
got.
to
There's going to
give a
be a
little bit of
lot of
variation there to
areas
700,000 so we
that
can
have homes in
so
this
I'm gonna
price range.
view this on a map so
I
we
want to
can
start
scroll
in
around and
West Jordan. This is
see what
actually
we've
pretty
got. There's going to
close
be
to
a
my
lot of
area.
areas
So I'm just going to
that
grab
have
a
homes in
big
this price range.
plot of land here.
I want to start
Okay,
in
so there is an
West
airport out
Jordan. This is
here for
actually
those of
pretty
you who are a
close to
little
my
less
area.
familiar with the area. This is just a regional
I'm just gonna grab
airport.
a big in this price
But
range
here
plot of
we've got a
land here.
660. Let's take a look at this one.
Okay,
This
so
looks
there is an
lovely.
airport out here for those of you who are a little
So was
familiar with the
715.
area.
So this
This is
one's
just a
actually
regional
quite a bit
airport.
on sale.
But here
I
we've
love
got a
these kind of
660.
twilight
Let's take
evening photos. I think they look super sharp.
a look at this
There's
one.
kind
This
of your
looks
normal photo.
lovely.
Yep, so you can kind of see the color difference there.
So was
All
715.
right, so
So
we've
this
got
one's
a row of
actually quite a
homes,
bit
lots of stacked stone on the outside. That looks
on
sharp.
sale.
Really
I
pretty
love these
kitchen. I don't love these handles. I think more and more
kind of
we
twilight
see
evening
different
photos. I think
handles
they look
on
super
cupboards
sharp.
these days. Those I always think of there's a video I
There's kind of
think
your normal
or a TikTok or something out there
photo. Yep. So you can kind of see the
where
color
somebody's
difference
car
there.
door has a handle like that and there's like this big nasty spider underneath it. And so
Right,
I
so we've got
just
a
think
row of
of that
homes,
when I
lots of
see these handles. But they still look nice. They're still pretty. So, good options. Uh, Nice island. I like that countertop. I've got I
stacked
assume like a
stone on the
buffet or a
outside.
hutch
That looks
here.
sharp.
I'm not sure I love kind of the three different tones of wood color, but I assume that hutch doesn't stay with the property. Might be
Really
a
pretty
family heirloom
kitchen.
though, so it might be important and special to them. Look at that view.
I don't love these handles. I think more and
So that's
more
something I
we
love
see.
about the west side of West Jordan is as you're coming west, you're continually rising
Different
slightly
handles
in
on
elevation.
cupboards.
So when you're
These
over
days,
here on
those
the
I always
further west side, you have a great view of the East Mountains. If you are further
think of
west and
the
there's no homes
there's a
or any other
video, I think,
developments to the west of you,
or a TikTok
you also
or
have good
something out
views
there
of the West Mountains. They're
where
just not as big and as beautiful, but yeah, my goodness, can
somebody's
you
car door has
imagine
a handle like
sunrise coming
that,
up over
and
that?
there's like this big nasty spider underneath it. And so I just
All
think
right,
of
let's see what else.
that when I see these
Fun blue
handles.
chair. All right.
But they still look
All
nice. They're still pretty. So, good options.
right, got a pretty crisp
Nice
bathroom. Oh, I love that they've folded the toilet
island. I
paper. That
like
looks so
that
good.
countertop.
Good
Kind of
attention to
assume
detail
like a
on that
buffet
one.
or a hutch here.
Kind of a
I'm not sure I love the
grandma-ish
three different
comforter.
tones
I
of
think
wood
they're probably magnolias or
color, but I
roses.
assume that hutch doesn't
Yeah,
stay with the
roses.
property.
Looking at the
Might
petals
be
of the
a
flowers.
family heirloom though, so it might be
I
important and
love the
special to them.
ceilings in homes that have this, where it's that kind of second layer that they do. Sometimes there are cutouts on the top that you can put lighting, so you kind of get a nice soft glow across the ceiling.
Look at that
Interesting, we have a microwave and a mini fridge
view.
here in what I'm assuming is a
This
primary
is something I
bedroom.
love
Maybe you need a midnight
about
snack.
the
Hey,
west
it's
side of West
convenient.
Jordan is as you're coming
Nice deep
west, you're
bathtub.
continually rising
I'm a sucker for a bathtub.
slightly in elevation. So
So
when
we've
you're
got
over here
similar
on the
cabinetry in the bathroom there. That countertop looks sharp. Looks like a quartz.
further west side, you have a great view of the east
Pretty neutral colors, lots of bright white.
mountains. If you are further
And
west,
I'm not really seeing any damage or imperfections in the home.
homes or any other
The
developments,
wood, some people
to
may
the
not
west
love
of
this
you,
wood color. Maybe it's a little dated. But it's nice. It looks like it's in good repair.
also have good views of the west
Basement
mountains. They're
area.
just not
Okay,
as
you've got
big
stairs for a back deck. More of that kind of blue couch.
and as
It might be
beautiful.
purple. I'm a little colorblind,
really
so
good. Can you
bear with me if it's not blue.
imagine sunrise coming up over that?
In Utah, sometimes you'll see these access panels in some of the homes in the basement. I like it when they enclose it a little bit better, but this is the access to the main shutoff for the water in the home. So that way, should you be, gushing water for some reason,
All
you
right.
can get into it and shut it off really easily.
They're so pretty.
Hey, that's a fun backyard. Got a nice fire pit,
So,
plenty of room for
got
some
a
table and
pretty
chairs,
bath.
some stacked stone of some varieties here on the side. Looks like we've got some weeds that need to be pulled, but a little stitch grass.
Bathroom. Oh, I love that they've folded the toilet paper.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, a little walkway pathway there.
Good, good
Yeah, and that view. So here you're backing up,
attention to
there's a
detail on the
railroad,
home.
railroad tracks that come through West Jordan. I can I can count maybe 5 times. I've lived out here in West Jordan for 8 years, and I'm like a street away from the railroad track. So if I'm outside, I could hear
Kind
it,
of a
but I can count maybe
grandma-ish.
5 times since I've lived here
There,
that
they're
I've
probably
heard or seen a
magnolias
train.
or
So it's not
roses.
a really well-used train line.
Assume that touched.
Okay,
Yes, the
now we got floor
roses.
plans.
Looking at the petals of the
All
flowers.
right. What do you think of that one? You
A
like
lot of
it?
the ceilings in
Let's
homes
see what else we've got
have this where
here.
it's that kind of second
Let's go a little
layer
more
that they
east.
do. Sometimes
West
there
Jordan
are
area.
cutouts on the top that you can
Um,
put lighting, so you kind of get a nice soft
let's
glow
do the
across the ceiling.
663. This one's just hit the
Interesting, we
market 3
have a
days ago.
microwave and a mini fridge here in what I'm
All right, so we
assuming.
got a similar stacked stone. Here being a little further east, it looks like the development homes are really close together. Whereas when we just looked at, there was a little bit more
Is
space.
a primary bedroom. Maybe you need
Similar styling, lots
a
of white,
midnight
crisp
snack. Hey, it's convenient.
paint, some canned lights again.
Nice deep bathtub. I'm a sucker for a bathtub.
Kind of a faux wood floor. It looks like an LVP. Ooh, that's a really cool clock. I want to get one of these. I don't know where I would put it. It's literally like stuck onto the wall. Yeah.
In the
If you can hear
bathroom
Duchess barking in the background, she's obviously upset about something and that she's not in here being the star of the show.
like a quartz.
Alright. Oh, that's a cool accent wall.
Pretty
I think
neutral
I really
colors,
like that.
lots
It's
of
kind of
bright
that same
white.
kind of gold color, bronze, brass color that you've got for the light fixture here. And then the clock, I think, had some similar coloring too.
If you are further west,
I'm not really seeing any damage. Yeah, some nice shaker style cabinets. Got some pull handles. These actually handles I like even less than the other ones.
Some people may not love
And the
this
reason is
color.
that
Maybe it's a little
with
dated.
that height and where it has the
But
piece that
it's
sticks
nice.
out
It looks
past
like
the
it's in good
edge,
repair.
whenever I'm in the kitchen and turn, it for some reason always catches either my pocket or my belt buckle and either rips that or the drawer comes flying out. I like the ones that are totally enclosed that you can't catch yourself on. purple. I'm a little
Yeah,
colorblind, so
very good. Can you
bear with me if it's not blue.
imagine
Yeah,
sunrise
sharp
sunset
looking
here?
kitchen though. We've got nice
In
trim on the
Utah, sometimes
top.
you'll see these access panels in some of the homes in the basement.
Best seat in the
Um,
house. That's a
but
great
I
bathroom.
like it when they enclose it a little bit better, but this is the access to the main shutoff for the
Nice
water in the home.
railing.
So that way, should you be, gushing water for some reason,
Okay, so we've got the primary bedroom here,
get into it and shut
primary
it off really easily.
bathroom. Again, a quartz
Hey, that's
countertop.
a
Looks
fun
nice.
backyard.
I would probably change out these lights. These are pretty simple. They're kind of the builder grade piece that gets thrown in. I love the ones that either have like
Got
a
a nice fire
sconce
pit.
or are square,
Plenty of
modern,
room for some table and
something a little
chairs.
more unique or textured.
Some stacked stone of some variety here
Yeah,
on the
kind of.
side.
This is kind of a standard Utah primary bathroom. You've got a
Looks like
big
we've got
tub.
some weeds that
You've
need to
got
be
kind of
pulled.
that metal box shower. Uh, hey Ian, hey Wes. Looks like you guys have joined. Little bedroom.
Little stitch grass.
Okay, this is gonna be another bathroom. Same nice countertop.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah,
This,
little
it
walkway
looks like
pathway
tile,
there.
but it's actually one big insert for the bathtub area.
Yeah, and that
That way it's
view.
less maintenance. Nice, kind of little loft area, but you could use this for an office or kid stuff for a desk. I imagine we're on a
So here
second
you're back
floor,
beneath.
so this
There's
would
a
probably look
railroad
down to the living room.
tracks that
Lots
come
of
through
stuff
West
on the
Jordan.
walls. I wonder if they've had a lot of things screwed onto the walls and now there's marks of where they need to clean that up,
I can count maybe
repaint.
5 times. I've lived out here in
Good
West
sized
Jordan
laundry
for
room.
8 years. And I'm
Okay,
right
this
across
is a
street
little
or right
different. Really industrial looking.
from
I
the
assume this
railroad
is our
track. So if
basement.
I'm outside, I could hear it.
And they've just
But I can count
painted
maybe
all
five
the
times
floor
since I've
beams.
lived here that
Yeah,
I've
that's definitely kind of
heard or
different.
seen a
I don't know if I
giant
like that or not.
really
Uh, in the
well
home I'm in,
used
the basement was
train
unfinished when
line.
I moved in, and I insulated the ceiling and then sealed it up. That way it would have
Okay.
more noise reduction between the two levels. So I
All
imagine
right.
this is kind
What
of
do you think of that one? You
noisy
like it?
when you've got somebody up there. And it's interesting to go through the effort of
See what
finishing
else
all the
we've got
walls, but not
here.
finish the ceiling. Huh, I wonder why. There must be some reason why there.
Let's go a little more east.
Big space for a gym.
West Jordan area.
Oh, that's quite a modern fixture. It looks like a big square thing that you just turn for the hot and cold.
Let's do the 663. This one's just hit the market
All
3
right, and
days ago.
here we've got a ceiling. So yeah, some of the basement doesn't have a ceiling, some does.
All right, so we got
There
a
was
similar
something on
stacked
the wall. What
stone.
is that?
Here being a little further east, it looks like the development homes are really
Anybody know what
close
that is?
together. Whereas when we just
Is that like a humidifier?
looked at, there was a little bit
Some
more
medical
space.
device? I don't know. Yeah, if you know what that is, send me a message.
Similar styling, lots of white.
Ah,
crisp
small backyard.
paint,
This can be
some
great
tan-
though. Some people don't love taking care of a big yard, a lot of landscape. If you've got a little dog, this is perfect, or younger kids. Just enough
lights
space
again,
to play around and not have a big yard to maintain. Let's see what we've got here.
kind of a faux wood floor. It looks like an LVP. Ooh, that's a really cool clock.
Okay, let's see what next one we can
Get one of
find.
these, but I don't know where I would put it. It's literally like stuck onto the wall.
595, that's pretty
Yeah.
close.
If you can hear Duchess
But
barking
you know
in
what?
the
I think I want to
background,
switch
Zoe's
out of West
obviously
Jordan.
upset
Let's go
about
look at a
something
couple
that she's
other
not in here being the
areas.
star of the show. Like a quartz. Oh, that's a cool accent wall.
Let's see if that's
Bronze brass color that you've got for
okay.
the light fixture here, and then the clock, I think, had some
Cottonwood
similar
Heights. Let's see what's
coloring
over here.
too.
So this is normally a more expensive side of the valley. So you see lots of
shaker style
older
cabinets,
homes,
got
but
some
bigger homes,
pull
nicer homes,
handles.
larger lots.
these actually
Let's
handles
see what we've
I
got
like
here.
even less than the other ones. And the reason is that with that height and where it has the piece that sticks out past the edge, whenever I'm in the
Okay,
kitchen
so yeah,
and
much older
turn,
home. You've
it
got a
for some reason
detached
always
garage, brick home. Let me see when this was built, because I bet the others we were
catches
looking
either
at
my
were
pocket or my belt
at
buckle,
least 96
and
or
either
newer.
rips
This
that
one's
or the drawer comes
1955.
flying out.
So yeah, quite a bit
I like the
older.
ones that are totally enclosed that you can't catch yourself on.
Big picture window. That's pretty.
It's not blue.
Pretty good
Yeah, we
sized
started
front
looking kitchen.
yard.
We've got
Yeah, so this is a picture of kind of the neighborhood. You're standing in front of the house looking out at the
nice trim on the
street.
top.
So you've got the big mountain view because you're much further east. Ah, yeah, lots of wood. You'll see a lot of hardwood floors in a lot of the older homes in Utah. Sometimes they're hidden under carpet. Just people like to put carpet over them, and somebody will come in to renovate and pull it up and find beautiful hardwood floors underneath there. But again, it's not for everybody. So some newer modern light fixtures in here.
Great bathroom.
Yeah, that big picture window, that's pretty.
But this is the access to the main shutoff for the water.
Smaller little kitchen. But it's very, yeah, it's been redone. This is probably late 90s, early 2000s remodel. Uh, I like this is kind of like river rock or something like that. I kind of like that. I think that looks cool. You've got squares to go with the circles to vary the texture.
Bedroom here. Primary
But yeah, pretty small
bathroom.
kitchen, not a ton of space.
Again, a quartz countertop looks nice. I would probably change out these lights. These are pretty
Yep,
simple.
some
They're kind of the
gold
builder
trimmed.
grade piece that gets thrown in.
Wes, you know all about these.
I love
There's
the
a
ones that
realtor we
either
used to
have
work
like
with
the
that swore that
sconce
these would sell
or
any home.
are
Gold
square
trimmed
modern,
mirror
something a
closet
little
doors.
more unique or textured. Some stacked stone of some
All right.
variety.
Yeah,
Kind of
little
this is
older
kind of like a standard
bathroom.
Utah primary
Got
bathroom. You've got
some
a big tub,
glass block
got
in
kind of that
there
metal
to provide some
box
privacy, but still
shower.
give some light.
Hey Ian, hey Wes. Looks like you guys have joined. Little bedroom.
I'd almost want this window frosted because
Okay,
I
this
think
is
the
gonna be
toilet is right
another
behind
bathroom.
this
Same
wall.
nice countertop.
So I guess if you're sitting and keeping an eye on the neighborhood while you're doing your
This looks like
business.
tile, but it's actually one big insert for the bathtub
All
area.
right, bright accent
That way it's
wall.
less maintenance. Nice,
Let's
kind of
keep
little
going.
loft
All
area
right,
that
we're
you can
down
use
in
this
the
for an
basement. We've got
office
kind
or
of a
kid
bar
stuff
area
for a
here.
desk. I imagine we're on a second
Might just
floor, so this
be,
would probably look
there might,
down
there's
to
probably a
the
fridge
living
underneath there. I don't know if
room.
there's a sink or anything.
Lots of
That is an
stuff on the
interesting
walls.
cutout. I
Wonder if
bet
they've
there was a
had
fireplace there
a
once
lot of
upon a
things redone to the
time.
walls, and now there's
Might, with this
parts
home
of where
being
they need to
1955,
clean
it
that up.
might have even been a wood
Repaint.
burning stove to help heat the home.
I've lived out here. Good-sized
Those are
laundry
just not
room.
used much anymore. And Utah has
Okay,
a lot
this
of
is a
air
little
quality
different.
concerns, so if you can heat
Really
your home
industrial looking.
without
I assume
doing
this is our
that, it's generally
basement.
preferred. The other thing you'll
And
notice
they've
in
just
these older
painted
homes
all the
is you have
floor
these really
beads.
small windows. And they're
Yeah,
usually
that's
high up off the ground. So
different.
sometimes this
I
can
don't know if I
be
like that or not.
a safety issue if you've got maybe young children. Should there be a fire in the home? Is there a safe way for them to get out? You know, some kids couldn't reach and get out there, and even some adults, since it's so high and those windows are usually smaller, sometimes that's hard to get out of. So it's just something to be mindful of with some older homes of, you know, where are spaces to sleep and what are the escape routes if you have to.
Finishing all the walls, but not finish the ceiling.
Tight little bathroom here.
Some reason why there.
Looks like we're maybe missing a oh no, it is there. I was gonna say we're missing a shower handle, but it's the clear plastic one.
Oh, that's quite a
Little
modern
pedestal sink,
picture. Looks like a big
medicine
square
cabinet
thing
up
you just turned.
here. Yep, same
Hot and
teeny
cold.
little window. It's a newer window, because it's vinyl instead of the
Here we've got a
metal
ceiling.
that
So yeah, some of the
they're
basement
normally
doesn't have a
made
ceiling,
with.
some does.
You can put bigger windows in there. They have to just cut the side of the house, so it can be pretty expensive. You have to cut through the concrete, you have to dig out the outside, put in a window well.
Is that like a
So a lot of
humidifier?
people find that
What
just
was
the
it, medical
cost of
device?
doing that
I don't know.
is not
Yeah,
worth
if you
it.
know what that is, send me a message. Similar styling, lots of
Okay, so we've got laundry room with a
small
sink. I almost
backyard.
thought it was a kitchenette, but nope.
This can be great though.
It's a big
Some
kitchen
people don't
sink, but
love taking care of a
probably good to
big
wash out some
yard, a lot of
stains or something
landscape.
before you
If you
throw
have little
something in the
dogs, this is
wash.
perfect, or younger kids.
Large backyard. Yep.
Just enough space to
Big
play
mature
around and
trees over here on
not
the
have
east
a
side of the
big load to
valley.
maintain.
Looks like a big planter box.
Let's see what we've got.
Oh, cool. You've got this outdoor shed with AC, so there's power ran to it. But yeah, look at those views. I mean, being in this neighborhood, I think it's this home here. So literally looking out the front, you see these huge mountains so much closer than being clear across the valley. That's why you live over there. It's gorgeous.
If you can hear Duchess barking, you know what? I think I want to switch out
Yeah.
of West Jordan. Let's go look at a couple of
Okay, let's see what else we can find. Let's stay here in Cottonwood, but let's maybe come over here.
Let's see if that's
Okay, so this one's going for 670, built in 84. So same, it's a little bit older home, but not quite 55.
Cottonwood Heights. Let's see what's over
Bay
here. So
windows,
this is
common for that time frame.
normally
Brick.
the
They've
more
painted the brick
expensive side
though.
of
So
the
you've got kind of a
valley. So you see
monochromatic
lots of
look going on here with
older
black and
homes, but
white.
bigger homes, nicer homes, larger lots. These actually
Got a couple different fence textures here. Looks like it was a repair, but then they didn't paint it. I'm curious what's going on with this fence over here. There's some sort of cloth or tarp covering.
Okay, yeah, much older home. You've
Ah,
got
that's a
attached
beautiful living
garage,
room though.
brick
That bay window in
home.
the front.
Let me see when this was built, because I bet the others we were looking at were
Yeah, really
1996 or
inviting.
newer.
I
This
love
one's
the artwork
1955.
there. Good
Yeah,
space.
quite a bit older. The ones that are totally
Yeah, and that bay window. I have a few of those in my home and I love them.
big picture window. That's pretty.
Some of them will have a seating area kind of built in there. Mine don't, and
Pretty
this
good
one doesn't
size
as
front
well, but lots of
yard.
flexibility, lots of options.
Yeah, so this is a picture of kind of
Nice
the
accent
neighborhood.
wall for a dining room that looks
We're
super
standing on the
sharp.
roof of the house, looking out at the
All right, so we
street.
got blue
So
cabinets.
you've got
That's
the big
definitely
mountain view
different.
because you're much further
And if I'm
east.
looking at this right, we've got two different color of handles. Maybe it's just the lighting,
Yeah,
but I
lots
think
of
the
wood.
uppers
You
and
see a
these
lot of
drawers are
hardwood
the same,
floors in
but
a
then
lot
the
of the
vertical
older homes in
ones
Utah.
are a different color. See if we see, I'm
Some
seeing
things
them
are
over here
hidden
too.
under carpet. People like to put
That's
carpet over
interesting
them, and
choice.
somebody will
I
come
don't know,
in
I'm
to
not sure I would have
renovate
done
and
that, but
pull it up and find beautiful
maybe
hardwood
it's
floors
just
underneath
the
there.
confirmation
But
that it's
again, it's not
vertical
for
instead of
everybody. So
horizontal. Lots of subway
new and
tile.
modern
These are
light
actually
fixtures
quite big. I think
here.
I would bet these are about 18 to 24 inches
Big
wide,
picture
and then they're
window in
about
front.
4 inches tall. And they're not your traditional subway
Smaller
tile
little
where they're just
kitchen.
smooth. They're going to have a little bit of
Very
texture to them.
yeah, it's been redone. This is probably
Gives it a little more warmth.
late 90s, early 2000s
Okay, and then the
remodel.
super small drawers, we've got some little knobs
Like
instead.
this is kind of like river rock or
I'm not
something
sure I
like that.
love the blue,
Kind
but
of like that. I
yeah,
think that looks cool.
do what you like. That's the key.
Got squares to
Make
go
it
with the
your own.
circles to
That's one of the
vary the
honest
texture.
joys of home ownership is just being able to do something how you want, paint whatever wall you
Yeah,
want,
pretty
take
small
down
kitchen,
whatever wall you
but
want.
ton of space.
Self-expression, artistic creativity, all that. That is one of the big joys of home ownership. I like this bathroom. So here you've got a similar subway tile. This one does look really smooth, but then vertical, and then you've got a cutout here for soap. And that hexagon floor. I am a sucker for hexagon. And that just looks so good. Black with that white grout. I wish we could see more.
A glass block in there.
Alright, big primary bedroom, lots of big windows here. Awesome, okay, I like that. We've got these little circle tiles, and it looks like it's the same that's on the floor. It's hard to tell for sure. It might be a different shape.
On the neighborhood while you're doing your business.
And then you've got some of that kind of rose gold brass carrying through. Yeah, and even match that with all the fixtures, all the handles. That looks sharp.
Kind of a bar area here. I imagine we're on the second
Might
level.
just see second bedroom.
There's probably a fridge underneath there. I don't know if
Bunk
there's a
beds,
sink or
all
not.
right.
That is an interesting
Quite the
cutout.
fireplace
Bet
wall.
there was a fireplace
I
there
wonder
once
what the
upon a
original
time.
brick looked like.
Might
It
would
must
this
have
home in
been,
1955? It
it
might have
must have
even
felt super
been
dated at this
a
point.
wood-burning stove
But they've
to help
used that
heat
color
the
a
home.
lot throughout the home.
Those are just not used much
Yeah, I'm not sure
anymore.
I love that color, but
And Utah has
I
a
like all
bit
the
of air
detail of the
quality
fireplace. You've
concerns,
got
so
this
if you
mantle
can
that
keep
goes
it
all the way
under
across,
without
and then you've got
doing
a
that,
couple
it's
different
generally
tiers
preferred.
underneath it,
The other thing you'll notice
and then the big
these older
platform
homes
all at the bottom.
is you have these really
Yeah, that
small
looks really, really
windows,
cool.
and they're usually high up off the ground. So sometimes this can be
That other picture made it look a lot
a
bigger. This one
safety
makes it
issue
look
if
smaller.
you've got maybe young children. Should there be a fire in the home? Is there a safe way for them to get
Okay,
out?
nice little
Some kids couldn't
kitchenette
get out
downstairs.
there, and even some adults, since it's so
Butcher
high
block
and those windows are
countertop, it
usually
looks
smaller,
like.
sometimes that's hard to get out of. So it's just something
Another
to be
big
mindful of with
shower.
some older homes of, where are
Uh,
spaces to sleep
what do
and
they call that?
what are the
Herringbone
escape routes
pattern?
if you have to.
Where it's alternating almost like triangles stacked on each
Tight
other.
little bathroom here. Looks like we're maybe missing oh no, it is there. I was gonna say we're missing a shower handle, but it's the clear
Bedroom,
plastic one. Little pedestal
bedroom,
sink,
bedroom.
medicine cabinet up here. Yep, same teeny
Got a
little
closet
window.
added to this
It's a newer
room.
window,
Looks like
because it's
laundry
vinyl instead of
downstairs. Something's in the load.
metal that they're normally
This is
made
going to be
with.
laundry downstairs. I think that
You
was going to
can
be
put
laundry
bigger windows in there. They have to
upstairs.
just cut the side of the house,
Just because
so
I'm looking at
it
the
can be
ceiling and
pretty
this is an open
expensive.
ceiling, so we're going to be in the basement
You have
here.
to cut through the concrete. You have to dig out the outside, put in a window well. So a lot of people find that just the cost of
Listing
doing
editor
that
Airbnb.
is
Okay.
not worth it.
I wonder if they rent this out then, if that's the case.
Okay, so we've got
A
laundry room
good
up
sized
front. I
backyard,
almost thought it was
lots
a
of
kitchenette, but no.
grass, pretty good sized
It's a big
deck.
kitchen sink, but
I like the lights.
probably good to wash out some stains or something before
Yeah,
you throw something in the
it's a sharp
wash.
looking house.
Large backyard. Yep.
All right, let's move to
Big
another
mature
area of the
trees over here on
valley.
the east side of the valley. Looks
Let's
like a
go
big
more
planter box.
downtown and see what we can find up here.
Oh, cool. So you've
I'll
got this
grab
outdoor
just
shed
kind
with
of all of
AC,
downtown
so
and
there's
the Avenues
power ran
area.
to it.
A lot of the Avenues
But yeah,
homes are
look at
well
those
above
views. I mean,
600.
being
So
in
you
this
notice when we
neighborhood,
do this
I think it's
search,
this
there's
home here.
a couple that are
So
popping up,
literally looking
and
out
that's
the
it.
front, you see these
So
huge
these homes are
mountains, so much
oftentimes going to be a
closer
lot
than
smaller,
clear across
a
the
lot
valley.
older. For the price
That's why you
point that
live
you'll
over
see
there.
as the
It's
common for
gorgeous.
the Avenues, you're generally up into the million
Yeah.
plus homes.
Okay, let's see what else we
So
can
let's see,
find.
663. Let's see what this gets
Let's stay
us
here
in
in
kind of the
Cottonwood,
downtown
but let's
area.
come
This
over.
is right off Capitol Hill, built in 1908. So this is over 100 years old
This one's
home.
going for 670, built in 84. It's the same. It's a little bit
All
older
right, so we
home,
got a
built
lot
in
of ivy.
55.
Probably need some cleanup there. Ivy
Bay
gets into
windows,
all the
common for that
cracks of the
time
brick,
frame.
of the woodwork, breaks it all
Vintage brick,
apart.
though.
It's
Got
really
kind of a
cool when it's all
monochromatic
covered on a pillar
look
like
going
that.
on
Looks
here,
great,
black
but
and white.
functionally it just destroys stuff.
Got a couple different
Old brick home. You've got
textures here.
some
Looks like it's
pillars on the
repaired
front that
and
look
they didn't
sharp.
paint it.
Front yard needs some love.
I'm curious what's going on with this fence
And
over
these pictures
here.
are a
There's
little
some
bit
sort of
small,
cloth or
not
tarp
a
covering.
super high quality.
Much older home. You've got
Backyard, so we've
beautiful living
got
room, though. That bay
this is
window
just
in the
night and day
front.
difference when you see the different areas of the valley for the same price point. You've
Yeah,
got
really
kind of the
inviting.
railing
Love
here
the
fallen
artwork
off.
there.
You got
Good
some
space.
wood.
Yeah,
Landscaping
and
is
that bay window. I have
pretty
a few of those in
pretty
my
rough
home, and
here.
I
Not
love
much
them.
has been maintained, it looks like.
Some of them will have a
You've got
seating
wood
area
shake, it looks like,
kind of built
for
in
they're
there.
kind of like shingles
Mine
for the
don't. Mine does
siding
as
on the
well,
back.
but lots of flexibility, lots of
Yeah,
options.
just a wild grown backyard.
Nice accent wall for a dining room.
Um,
That looks
these
super
is
sharp.
taken in early spring where we don't
All
have
right, so
much
we
in
got
bloom,
blue
so
cabinets. That's
I
something
imagine these
different.
trees would liven up and look a
If
lot
I'm looking
better.
at this right, we've got two different
But things like
color
this is what you get for these really old
handles.
homes. A
Maybe
lot
it's
of
just the
intricate
lighting,
detail.
but I think the
There's kind of
uppers and the
some
drawers are
trim
the
molding
same, but
here.
then the vertical
In
ones
interesting,
are
unique
different
lights.
colors.
The
See if you
ceiling
see,
in the
seeing them
porch is
over here
actually going to
too.
be wood slats.
That's interesting choice. I'm not sure I would have done that, but
Yep, so you can see the wood slats
maybe it's
there
just
a little
the
bit better.
confirmation that it's vertical instead of horizontal. Lots of subway tile. These
And
are
inside,
actually quite
we
big.
see
I
a lot
think
of other
I
interesting
looked at these
detail.
are
Like
about 18
oftentimes we'll have
24 inches wide, and
archways
then they're about
in the home.
4 inches tall.
We've got
And they're
some
not
really
your
old
traditional subway tile
heat
where they're
and
just
cooling
smooth.
duct
They're going to have a little bit of
pieces.
texture to them.
It looks like all the outlets are right on the floor.
90s.
That can be a little nerve-wracking when you're mopping the
Super
floor
solid
and some
floors.
water
We've
gets
got
in there
some
and,
little
sparks.
knobs
Sparks
and
fly,
stuff.
not the love kind.
Kind of like river rock or
This is the
not
other
sure
thing
I
I do love
love the
about the
blue,
older
but
homes.
it's
The detail in the windows. Sometimes they'll have stained glass windows like this,
make it your own.
or just
That's one of
texture.
the
There's a lot
joys
going
of
on there.
homeownership is just being able to do something how you want, paint whatever wall you
Same
want,
with the
bake down
doors. You see
whatever
all
wall you
the
want.
intricacy in the glass on the doors.
Artistic creativity, all that. That is one of the big joys of
Chandeliers are
homeownership.
usually unique. Yeah, you've
Like
got
this
that
bathroom.
big, it's probably a
So
brass
here you've got a
plate
similar
holding it
subway tile.
up,
This one does look really smooth.
and then very intricate detail there.
Then vertical, and then you've got a cutout here for soap.
So it's kind of just a
And
difference.
then
Like, what's your vibe?
hexagon
Do you like that
floor,
new
nice
construction
sucker for
look, like
hexagon.
those first West Jordan homes that
And
we
that's
saw, really
so good,
modern?
black with that
Or do you
white
like these?
grout.
Some people may feel these are more
Wish we could see
cozy
more.
and you're more comfortable in them. They're warm.
Glass block in there.
Definitely some
Primary
probably
bedroom, lots of big
60s
windows
wallpaper that's still
here.
up there. The kitchen's definitely been remodeled though.
Awesome.
These are
Okay, I like
probably
that.
late
Got little
90s.
circle
The
tiles, and it looks
countertops
like it's the same as on
probably
the
late 90s. It's probably
floor.
a granite.
It's hard to tell for sure. It might be a different shape.
Yeah, what is that wallpaper? Is it
And
just
then you've
like
got some
an
of that
ivy texture?
rose gold
I wonder
brass
what else going on there.
carrying through that wall.
Lots of it.
Yeah, you match that with all the fixtures, all the handles. That looks sharp.
Okay, so this is the back sliding glass door.
Might just see
Similar, we've got almost like a
room.
paisley
Probably a fridge up
wallpaper here.
there.
You've got some
Beds,
exposed
all
brick.
right.
Really unique light fixture again.
Quiet
Can't see all of
fireplace
it, but
wall.
we know it's there.
I wonder what the original brick looked
That's a
like.
cool light
It
fixture. I
must
like
have
that.
been.
It's like almost like a
It must have
hanging
felt super
pendant of some
dated at this
kind.
point. But they've
Same,
used
we've got
that
the outlets
color a
along
lot
the floor.
throughout the home.
Those were probably added,
Yeah, I'm not sure I love that color,
1950 or so,
but
because
I
I
like all
I
the detail of the
imagine
fireplace.
this home
You've
didn't
got
have too many
this
outlets, and
mantle that goes all the way
back in
across,
1908,
and then you've got a couple different
we didn't
tiers
need nearly as
underneath
many
that.
outlets as we do today. We have
And then
20 things
big
plugged in today, whereas
platform
back
off
then
the
it
bottom.
was maybe one or two.
Yeah, that looks really cool. And they're usually high up off the ground, so sometimes this can be that other picture made it look a
Pinstripe
lot bigger. This one makes
wallpaper,
it look smaller.
okay.
You've got maybe young children. Should there be a fire in the home? Is there a safe way?
I think that's going to be a
Nice
60s or
little
70s light there.
downstairs.
I remember seeing those in some of the the flooring, the carpet almost looked like it was camo.
Sometimes that's hard to get out of.
They'd always have hanging
Their big
lamps like that in the
shower,
corner that you had with a light switch.
where our spaces to sleep. What do they call that? Herringbone
Yeah,
pattern?
same intricate detail we've got here on the window.
Almost like triangles stacked on
I know
each
these
other.
pictures are a little small.
Looks like we're maybe missing a. Oh no, it is there. I was gonna say we're missing.
More modern bathroom that's been renovated. And we have roses, so there must be roses growing somewhere in the yard.
Cabinet up here. Yep, same.
Pretty water feature.
Room.
Yeah, so these are going to be probably photos from last year when everything was blooming, green.
Laundry downstairs. I think that was going to be laundry.
Oh yeah, much different than what we saw.
Just because I'm looking at the
Just
ceiling.
this time of year, everything's still dead.
Gonna be in the basement
Yeah,
here.
big blossoms on all the trees. Interesting we have so many rose plant photos to sell a house, but okay.
Editor Airbnb. Okay.
Basements in these old
Hopefully rent
homes.
this out then, if that's the
Not much
case.
going on there. There's usually a shelf on the
Good-sized
side.
backyard.
Sometimes
Grass.
it's just dirt.
Pretty good-sized
Sometimes it's
deck.
concreted over. You can store
Like the
stuff.
lights.
It's usually pretty short.
Yeah.
There's not usually a ton of space, so there's looks like enough for a workout bench in there.
All right, let's move to another
Laundry.
area of the valley.
Yep, not much going on there.
Looks like
Yeah, so that's going to be one of your Capitol Hill homes. Let's look a little further east. This is 1,000 square feet, so it's pretty small. Same kind of pretty close to the University of Utah, downtown area. No, we stepped back in time. 1891.
So these homes are oftentimes going to be a lot smaller, a lot
Uh,
older.
Definitely remodeled. I think we can
Price point
see
that
that
we see is
right
common
away.
for the avenues. You're
Looks
generally
like what's
within the
next to it's being
million
remodeled right
households.
now.
Okay, so let's see, 663.
All right,
Let's
let's
see what this
see.
gets
Okay,
us
pretty
in the
slender
downtown
lot.
area. This is right off Capitol
Yeah,
Hill.
it's really pretty though. I like all the
1908.
pathway here, all the
Over
big
100 years
stones.
old home.
Got a pretty good deck area off the
So we
front
got a lot of
door, front
ivy.
patio
Probably need
area.
some cleanup there.
Yeah, this just doesn't even look like an 1891 home. This
Ivy
one's
gets into
been
all the
totally
cracks of
remodeled.
the brick, of the woodwork, breaks it
Modern
all apart.
countertops,
It's
cabinets.
really cool when it's all covered on a pillar like that. Looks great, but
Ah,
functionally
you know
it
what?
just
You can see
destroys
this other
stuff.
home next to it. It's probably going to be, old as well,
Old
but
brick
again, look at all
home.
that
Got
detail that the home
some
has.
pillars on the front that
Probably
look
a lot of
sharp.
woodwork there.
Front yard needs some love.
Yeah, that's a fun light.
These
Looks like a big
pictures are a little
spiral
bit
or three
small,
circles. I can't
not
quite
a
tell for
super high
sure.
quality. Backyard, so we've got
Laundry.
it's just night and day difference when you see the
Yeah,
different
this has
areas of the valley
totally
for the
been
same
redone.
price point.
Hexagons!
Kind of
Yes!
the railing here falling off.
Subway
Got
tile
some
everywhere. Yeah.
wood.
Heck, I'm moving in. This looks great.
Landscaping is
This is definitely my
pretty
style.
rough here. Not much has been maintained, it looks like.
I like all the window
You've got
casings. A
some
lot of
good
homes don't
shake,
do
it
this
looks
extra
like,
trim
for
around the
they're kind of
windows.
like
I think it
shingles
just
for the
really
siding.
sharpens it up and adds so much texture to the room.
Yeah, just a wild grown backyard. Nice accent wall for a dining room. These is taken in early spring where we don't have much in bloom, so I imagine these
Yeah,
trees
big
would
big
lighten up
hexagon
and
tiles
look a lot
again.
better.
Really modern looking bathroom.
But things like this is
Yeah,
what you
you'd
get
never
for
guess
these
that the
really old
structure of
homes.
this
A lot
home
of
is
intricate
1891.
detail. There's kind of some trim
I wonder if
molding
this is a
here.
parking area in the front.
Interesting, unique lights. The ceiling
And then
in the
here's
porch is
some
actually
back
going to be wood
area,
slats.
patio. Imagine there's a fire pit or at least room for a fire pit. There's a barbecue here.
Wood slats there, a little bit better.
Yep, there we go. Big glass fire pit. Lots of concrete. I'd love to see some pads here though.
Inside, you see a lot of other
It's nice that it's
detail,
concrete,
like
that it's
oftentimes you'll have
not
archways
patio
in
furniture
the
that
home.
I feel like falls apart every
Got
couple
some
years
really
and you have to
old,
replace.
heat
But you
cooling
definitely want
duct
something softer to sit on than
pieces.
just straight concrete.
It looks like all the
I
outlets
also
are
can
right
only
on the
imagine how much
floor.
that costs to
That can be a
do
little
that
nerve-wracking
much
when you're
concrete. Concrete is
mopping the floor and
expensive.
some water gets in there
I
and,
bet that
sparks.
was at least
Hit the love
$4,000.
sign. This is the other thing I do love about the older
Yeah,
homes.
but really cute
Detail
area.
in the windows. Sometimes they'll have stained glass
Yeah, see, there's
windows
that
like
same
this.
home, all that texture on it next
Just
door.
texture,
Probably
a lot
again,
going on there.
early, uh, around,
The
probably
doors,
built
you see
around
all
1900.
the intricacy in the glass on the doors.
Okay, that's a good find.
Chandeliers
Somebody who
are
wants to
really
buy that,
unique.
message me. I want to go see that home.
Big. It's probably a brass plate holding
Let's
it
see
up.
what we've got here. Let's shift again around the
Very
valley a
intricate detail
bit.
there. And then you've got a cutout here.
Let's go more
So it's kind
central.
of just a difference.
Maybe like
What you like. Do you like that
Taylorsville
new
area.
construction look like those first West Jordan homes that
Maybe
we
I'll
saw?
come into
Really
Murray a little
modern.
bit. Let's see what we
Or do you
got.
like these? Some people may feel these are more cozy and you're more comfortable in them. They're
620.
warm.
Okay, let's see this.
Definitely some probably 60s
1976.
wallpaper
Quite a
that's
bit
still out
newer.
there.
Still older
It's
from
definitely
today's
been
standards,
remodeled,
but
though. These are probably
not 1891.
late 90s.
All right, it's a good
The
size
countertops
front yard, brick home,
probably late 90s. It's probably a
two-car garage
granite.
attached.
Hard to tell for sure. It might be a different shape. Yeah, what is that?
Imagine when this is all in bloom in the spring and
texture.
all green with leaves. It looks
What's
great.
going on there?
Oh, I like that big porch.
Lots of it.
Yeah, I like the flower boxes and stuff like that. You can see up here, it's probably had a lot of ivy growing on it. You can see the little bits kind of left up there.
Similar, we've got almost like a paisley wallpaper here.
The tree looks like it makes a little bit of a mess on the porch.
really unique light fixture.
Big pine tree. I think it's a blue spruce. I'm assuming from what I can see.
That's a cool light fixture.
Was
I
not
like that.
expecting this. Okay.
Almost like a hanging pendant.
So your front door, you've got a lot of wood accent on the wall.
Outlets along the floor.
Lots of tile. I like the tile actually. Fireplace at my home
50 or
actually is very
so,
similar to
I
that.
imagine this home didn't have too many outlets, and
You've got a
back in
different
1908,
texture for the fireplace.
we didn't need nearly as
Starting
many
to get a
outlets as we
lot
do
of
today.
textures
We have
going on.
20 things plugged in today, whereas back then it was maybe one or two.
Yeah, it looks like that's almost been painted. I don't know. I don't love it.
Wallpaper, okay. I think that's going to be a 60s or 70s light.
Did
there.
like the stairs. Here we
I
go.
remember seeing
Perfect.
those in some
I
of
did
the-
like how they've got the
The
planks.
flooring, the carpet
It
almost
looks
looked
like
it was
stained
tan.
or they're a different type of plank, and then you've got the
have
white
any
underneath. I think that
lamps
looks
like in the
really
corner
sharp.
that you had with a light switch.
A lot of the similar artwork going on.
Yeah, same intricate
I
detail.
don't know what's
You've got
going
your
on in that
window,
photo. None other piece.
pictures are a
The
little
other one was
small.
interesting as well. Let's
More
see.
modern bathroom that's
Okay,
been
so
renovated. And we have
I think
roses.
this is
so
going to be
let's
our
keep
main
roses
upstairs
growing somehow in the
kitchen.
yard.
I saw this flooring from one of the other photos,
Water feature.
but a pretty small little U-shaped kitchen.
Yeah, so these are going to be probably photos from last year.
Looks like we've
when
got some
everything
flooring
was
issues
blooming
here
and
where we
green.
can see the joints. Maybe it's separating or there's been some
Oh, yeah,
water spilled
much different than what we saw.
that wasn't cleaned up right away.
This time of year, everything's still
Those
dead.
kind of laminate floorings
Big
like this,
glosses on
the
all
top
the
layer
trees.
is like a
Interesting
plastic
we have so many
glued
rose
on,
plant photos
you know,
to sell a
tough
house,
surface, but
okay.
right underneath it is like the
Basement
sawdust,
in these old
you know,
homes.
wood product like
Not
MDF or
much going
something
on
like
there.
that.
There's usually a shelf
So
on
even
the
though the joints are
side.
next to each other, water can seep in, and then it causes them to kind of
Sometimes it's
buckle up
concreted over. You can store stuff.
when that wood gets wet
It's
underneath and
usually pretty
expands out.
short. There's not usually a ton of space, so there's looks like enough for a
All
workout
right, so we've got
bench in
some more
there.
wall texture with wood.
Laundry valley. Yeah, not much going on there.
Nice
Yeah, so that's
bedroom.
gonna be
Yeah,
one of your Capitol
okay.
Hill homes.
Same. I'm seeing some spaces
Flip a
on the
little further
flooring.
east.
Might just
This
be
is
it's
1,000
time to be
square feet, so
replaced.
it's pretty small. Same kind of pretty close to the University of Utah, downtown area.
I feel like I'm in a
Wow, we
cabin.
step back
There's
in
so
time.
much wood on the
1895.
walls.
Homes are oftentimes going to be a lot
Huh.
smaller, a lot older.
We're now in Paris. All right.
See
That's
that
just
right away.
quite different room to room.
Looks like what's next to it's being remodeled right now.
And then you've got some darker wood here. I actually really like that.
Okay, pretty slender.
The cabinets in our kitchen are a similar coloring to that.
It's really pretty.
It's like
though.
a
I
dark,
like all
dark gray. You can still see the wood grain
pathway
in
here,
it
all
though.
the big stones.
Yeah, see, I think that looks
Deck
sharp.
area off the
You do
front
run the
door,
risk though when you have
front patio
people
area.
walking up and down those.
Yeah,
People will
this
scuff
just
their feet on
doesn't
that
even look
white
like an
space.
1891. This
You've
one's
got to clean it.
been totally remodeled.
All right, so
Modern
basement bedroom.
countertops, cabinets. It's really cool when it's all covered on a pillar like that. Looks great, but
This is interesting. Now we're
this
super
other home
modern
next to it,
in the basement.
probably
We've
gonna
got a lot
be,
of gray, a
old as
lot of
well, but again, look at all
square,
that detail that
um,
has. Pillars on the front. Probably a lot of
white, you know,
woodwork there.
monochromatic. This probably had a wood burning fireplace as well. You can see
Yeah,
the vent
that's a
that
fun light.
used to be,
Looks like a
or
big
it's still there,
spiral
but
or three
there was
circles
probably a
that
wood
look
burning
like
stove
those
here
for
to help
sure.
heat the home.
Backyard, so we've
But
got
yeah, such an interesting transition from
laundry.
upstairs to downstairs.
Yeah, this has totally been redone. Excellence! Yes! Railing here falling off. Subway tile everywhere. Yeah. Heck, I'm moving in. This looks great. This is definitely my style.
No, vanity's a little worn.
I like all the window
Yeah,
casings.
so this
A
house
lot
has
of homes
some
don't do
things that
this
need to be
extra
cleaned up
trim
on it.
around the
Just
windows.
probably a little
It
older.
really sharpens
Things
it up and
things
adds
wear
so
out over
much
time, you know.
texture to the room. Yeah, just a wild grown backyard.
It's hard to beat that central location though. This home is literally right in between 215 and I-15, so
Yeah, big.
anywhere you need to go, you can hop on a freeway
Really
pretty quick and get
modern-looking
there.
bathroom. But things like this,
Yeah,
you
and then we've
never
got this
guess
basement
the
kitchen with
structure of
this
home is 1891.
flooring, silver industrial type appliances,
Parking area in the front.
and because we're in the basement, you've got the ducting that just is what it is, and then you've got a really old retro fridge, it looks like.
Imagine there's a fire pit, or at least room for a fire pit. There's a barbecue here. There, a little bit better.
All right, I
Yep,
think
there we
we've
go.
seen
Big
this one.
glass
Oh,
fire
we got a
pit.
couple backyard
Lots of
photos. Let's
concrete.
see.
I'd love to see some pads here, though.
Okay, a lot of kind of lattice.
It's nice that it's concrete, that
I
it's not
imagine stuff maybe
patio
grows on
furniture, but
that in
I feel like
spring.
falls apart every couple years and you
Kind
have
of
to
a side
replace.
area that's covered.
But you
That's
definitely want something
nice.
softer to sit on than just straight
Shed.
concrete. It looks like all the. I
I got
also can
some
only
garden
imagine how
planting
much that costs
areas.
to do that much concrete. Concrete is
Yeah,
expensive.
okay. Lots of
I
different options
bet
there.
that was at least
Let's see what else we got
$4,000.
in this area. $6.99.
This is the other thing I do love about the older Yeah, but really cute area.
1984.
Yeah,
So
so
we're
there's that
getting a
same
little newer.
all that texture on it next door.
Same
Probably
style
been
brick home.
early night.
We've got some siding on the top in the bay window area.
Probably built
This is
around
a very
1900.
similar looking home to one of the others we saw, the black and white one. That one that's really
That's a
monochromatic.
good find. Somebody who wants to buy that, message me. I want to go see that home.
Yeah, reasons to live in Utah. When you drive to the grocery store, you get to look at the beautiful mountains.
Let's see what we've got here. Let's shift again
Just
around the back
everywhere.
a bit.
Yeah, this looks a
Let's go
very
more
similar
central.
layout.
We've got
Front room with
Taylor's
the bay window,
area.
kitchen behind it.
Those first West Jordan
Here they've
homes
got a
with
little bit different
Murray a little
design.
bit. Let's see what we got.
I assume the fridge is right, we're supposed to go right where we're standing?
Okay.
Where's the
let's see
fridge?
this. Definitely some probably 1976. Quite a bit newer. Still
Oh, it's
older
across.
from today's
Okay.
standards, but not
It's a
1891.
little far from me. I'm in my fridge all the
It's a
time.
good size
But
front
that gives you
yard,
so
brick
much counter
home,
space, though.
two-car garage
Yeah,
attached.
tons of areas to prep stuff.
Yeah, what is that? Imagine when this is all in bloom.
Big
spring
dining
and
room, kind
all
of
green
living room,
leaves,
formal
looks
room.
great. Oh, I like that big
I guess
porch.
not necessarily a formal room, but
Yeah, I like the flower boxes and
all
stuff
right.
like
Now
that.
we've got
You can
bedrooms,
see up here, it's probably had a lot of
more
ivy growing
modern,
on it.
lots of
You can see the
grays,
bits
whites.
kind of left up there. Similar, we've got almost like a paisley wallpaper here. The tree looks like it makes a little bit of a mess on the porch.
Is that just an optical illusion,
Big,
or
big
like
pine
where
tree. I
is
think
the
it's a blue
floor of the
spruce,
shower?
I'm assuming from what I can see.
Like
That's
you've got the shower head here, and it
looking
looks like
mess.
it's just
Okay.
right on the flooring.
So your front door, you've got a lot of wood
Are we missing a
accents
tub here? Is
on
the image
wall,
just
on the floor.
merged
Lots of
together
tile. I like
weird?
the tile, actually.
Where's the
The
drain?
fireplace at my home actually is very
Oh,
similar to that.
I like the light though. That's really cool looking.
You've got a different texture for the fireplace.
Chair rail
Starting to
across
get a
the
lot of textures
two-tone
going on.
color there.
Back then it was maybe one or two.
Couple
looks
different
like that's
colors. Kid
almost been
room.
painted.
Looks like some stars, shooting stars.
I don't know. I don't love it.
Yeah, lots of shoes and kids it looks like in this home.
I think that's gonna be a 60s or 70s light. I did like the stairs. Here we go. Perfect.
Yeah,
I did
that's
like
probably
how
what
they've
that
got
other
the
fireplace is
planks,
supposed to look like, where it
stained
looked like it had been
they're a
painted.
different type of plank, and then you've got the white underneath. I think that looks
More kind of
really
earthy
sharp.
tone.
The light switch.
Ooh, that's a
Lot of
fun
the similar
wallpaper.
artwork going on.
That makes me think like Avatar, the movie.
What's going on in that
Um,
photo? None of
It's
her
like
piece. The other one was
flowers
moving as
and
well.
kelp in the ocean. I don't know. There's a lot going on there.
Modern bathroom. Okay, so. And we have.
Oh, and that's
I think this is
interesting
gonna be
how
our
they've
main upstairs kitchen.
carried it over here and left it kind of as a
I
raw,
saw this
jagged
floor from one
edge.
of the other photos.
Huh. They've kind of done a
But
couple
pretty
things
small
like that.
little
Like on the
U-shaped
bookshelves, they
kitchen.
did a slice of color.
Photos from last year. Looks like we've got some
And I think one of the
flooring
rooms had a big
issues here.
swirl as the
You can see
divider.
the
Yeah,
joints,
something
maybe
like
a
this where
spring
you've
that's
got,
been
hey,
smoothed
why
or
Mountain? They must be
spilled.
BYU fans.
That wasn't cleaned up right away. This time of year, everything's still those kind of laminate
Alright,
floorings
we've
like
got
this. The
laundry,
top layer is like a plastic
straps for
glued-on,
something.
tough surface.
What are these
But
straps
right
for?
underneath it is like the sawdust.
Maybe it's
covered
for
with
work.
wood
Maybe
product, like
they're a
MDF
roofer
or
or
something
something.
like that. So even though the joints are next to each other,
That's
water
pretty
can seep in,
slick.
and then it causes them to kind of fill up.
This big covered patio
And that
area.
wood gets wet underneath and
That way you
expands
can be
out.
out there in the summer, not be in the direct sun,
Looks like enough for a
but still be outside, get some breeze.
with wood. Laundry
Big garden box, fire pit.
Nice bedroom, yeah. Okay.
This is actually a radon mitigation system here.
flooring.
Let me zoom in a little bit on it.
Time to be replaced.
So radon is a radioactive gas in Utah, and it's in like most of Utah Valley is on a big granite shelf, and radon like is found in granite, and it's from uranium. So as the uranium decays, it puts off a radioactive gas, and it usually settles in the lower parts of homes, in the parts of the valley. So what this system does is it goes down to the basement underneath the concrete floor, and it sucks the air out of it and blows it out above the roof line here. So that way it just mixes in the air and doesn't cause anybody problems. But when it's concentrated in the home like that, it can cause all sorts of cancers. So it's good to test your home every few years, or if you have a system, make sure it's working properly. I have a blog on my website that talks more about it and where to get a test kit. I think they're like 20 bucks, so it's super cheap. Yeah, good big backyard.
This probably had a wood.
Yeah, here we are, pretty Central Valley.
Used to be, or it's still there, but there was probably a wood
All right,
stove here to help
let's
keep
check
home.
a couple other areas. Let's see what we've got.
Yeah, such an interesting
How about
transition
some
from upstairs to
sandy or
downstairs.
draper areas?
Totally been redone.
Let's see what we've got here for the 600s.
Subway tile everywhere. Yeah, I got moving in. This looks great.
Oh, this looks cool. All right.
Vanity's a little worn.
1985, the year I was born. Boom.
So this house has some things that need
These
cleaned up on it.
are going to be teeny.
Probably
Oh,
a little
okay, we got some
older.
bigger ones.
Things wear out over
I was going to say, I like all the big windows on this home.
It's hard to beat that central location, though.
Yeah, these are all teeny photos. I'm going to switch us to something else so we can actually see.
Anywhere you need to go, you can hop
similar to what we've seen.
Yeah, and then we've got this basement kitchen with this flooring.
This one's a little different. 1976. All right, so Rambler style. We've got some brick.
In the basement, you've got the ducting that just is what it is, and then you've got a really old retro fridge. It looks like.
All right, so we've got a few. Oh, that's a step down. The living room is lower than the rest of the floor.
Backyard photos.
That's a little different. All right.
Okay, a lot of kind of lattice. It's nice that it's concrete. I imagine stuff maybe grows on that in spring.
I feel like it would be so awkward. Like it'd easily fall into that, and then you're limited with your furniture of like where exactly it can go.
Falls apart every couple of years. And
kind of an interesting design they did back in the 70s, 80s.
That's nice.
Kitchen looks nice. Dining room looks nice, though. This is that kind of naughty alder, I believe it's called. This is going to be mid-90s cabinets. Usually solid wood, so they last quite a while. But where these dark spots are, it really is the knots of the wood. So there's holes and stuff in it. Sometimes it's tough to clean. Let's see what else we got in this area. $6.99. Looks like either Formica type countertops, like a solid plastic type surface, maybe quartz. I'm gonna lean towards Formica. I don't think it's quartz.
Brick home.
Could be though. Hard to tell. Alright, so big bedroom, big sleigh bed. And the oh, I like that. So this will be, this should be quartz.
This is a very similar.
And then kind of a similar matching floor. That looks sharp.
One of the others we saw, the black
wow, that's a cool flower.
Really monochrome.
Hexagons for the win, absolutely. But big tiles. This probably is, it looks a lot bigger than it probably is, just because of the photo angles.
Wants to buy that? Message me. I want to go see that home.
Yeah, reasons. What is our shower head situation? The valve's over there. I'm betting it's on this wall because it looks like this is just open here. So you'd walk in, turn on the water, and then walk over here to shower. I guess the drawback though is if you need to adjust the temperature, you have to walk clear over there.
Yeah, this
looks okay, so there's our shower head. And you've got an alcove there for
front room with the bay window, kitchen
bottles.
behind it.
And yep, a squeegee, because you're going to be
They've got a
squeegeeing that
wonderful
glass every
design.
time. But that looks really cool. I like that. We've been trying to think of something like that to do
Go right where
to
we're
remodel
standing.
our bathroom here,
Okay. Where's the
but are just kind of stuck on what to do.
1976. Quite a bit newer.
All right, so
Still.
kids' room
Oh,
of some kind.
Okay.
Is that? I think I've seen that wallpaper. I think it's
It's
little
a little
roses
far from me.
and then some greenery.
I'm in my fridge all the time. But that gives you so
Okay, yeah,
much
that's like a Formica style
space
countertop
still.
again. Yep. Big
tub.
tub.
Oh, tons of areas to prep stuff.
There's family. Family photos are still up.
Big dining room.
Whenever I help sell a
Living room,
home,
formal laundry.
there's some things you've probably noticed here in this home. There's family photos,
I like that big
there's religious artifacts, there's a lot of personal things here.
Yeah, I like that.
It's usually advised to take them down. And it's not trying to hide anything or anything like that, but you want to create an environment where people can picture themselves in the home. And when you have photos up of that family, you feel like it's their home. So sometimes it's harder to get buyers when that's the case. And same with religious artifacts. Some people who may or may not agree with or may participate in that specific religion, they may feel less inclined to look at purchasing the
It's
home.
got the shower head here, and it looks like it's just
So
right on the
oftentimes, if you can set that stuff aside and tuck it
Are we
away,
missing
it helps present the home
tub
as
here?
just the home,
Is
not
the
somebody's
image just
family.
merged together weird?
Tons of storage in here.
Where,
This
where's
is
the
probably
drain?
under the front porch. Oftentimes we have
Oh,
cold storage rooms like
I
that
like
in
the
Utah.
light though. That's really cool.
That the porch is that concrete area up on top. So then you've got all this extra storage down here. And since it literally is a concrete box, it's great for food because you don't have ways that most critters can get into it. We've got a hot tub out back, good sized yard, good concrete slab. You can see they're taking the photo right there with their phone.
It's like some stars, shooting stars. I don't know. Yeah,
Got,
lots of
it's not quite big enough for an RV storage or some sort.
lots of shoes and kids. It looks like
Yeah,
in
and this
home.
door looks stationary. That one moves. Okay.
I did like the stairs. They were
Wow.
perfect.
You don't see that every day. A car lift
Yeah,
in
that's probably what
somebody's
that other
personal
fireplace
garage.
is supposed to look like.
Some of you may not know, I actually went to auto school for my associate's degree, so uh, that's interesting to me and kind of cool. That makes working on cars super easy, but that's not common to see that. They must, I mean, and with these type of cars, you can tell they're kind of an enthusiast. These are old classic cars. So most people who have them are people who work on cars who enjoy that.
Makes me think like Avatar. The
Most
movie.
folks aren't going to have this though. All right. Well, we're hitting about an hour. So I'm gonna close that out. But yeah, that's what you can get for 600,000 in Utah. You obviously see a wide range of
I don't know. There's a lot going on.
styles and quality, I guess you could even say, condition of the home for the different areas. But yeah, if you have any questions, give me a holler, reach out. Take care.
Left